Hi, collective, beautiful faces. Welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? So that you can have a healthy relationship outside of yourself, so you can find your own inner personal purpose. That's the whole point of having that relationship with yourself, all right? So you can find that energy because you are the source of will when it comes to your motivation. It comes from the self-actualization. Okay, the soul of the self comes with confidence, strength, because you are an individual person and you're here to co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you. Okay, so we're looking for a message, we're looking for the energy, all right, so we can co-create with the universe by balancing the masculine and feminine energy within oneself, all right, because remember, it comes with spiritual health, spiritual wealth, and maybe you're looking at Ace of Wands, the soul of the self. Beautiful. You could be a fire sign. The inspiration is you're born to love. It's come from the inspiration, the romance. Maybe look at the lesson of power when it comes to your own powerful soul collective. You have a very powerful soul, if you believe me. No, don't believe me. Believe yourself. I'll take that back. You've got to believe yourself, all right? Remember, relationship starts with yourself first, the soul of the self. So now you're looking at maybe embarking on a beautiful new project. You got that inspiration to create. You could be a Leo person. You're very happy. You're highlighting a new project, all right? Because now you're highlighting the soul of the self. It's giving you lots of creative ideas to you expand on old ventures, all right, and also create some new ones, all right. You're looking at a gift, a very gifted, powerful person. Could be a Leo person. You're looking at protection from outside forces because you're looking at the soul of the self. You've got the spirit, you're on the spirit back. Okay, you've got the will of the self. You could be a Leo person. You could look at your ambition. You look at authority. You look at the soul of the self. Because now you're looking at communication, maybe bringing peace to yourself when it comes to the sun. All right. You look at your own personal purpose, your own inner drive, and it's making you feel very powerful. And you're having that will and that self motivation. You could be an entrepreneur person or a co-creator. Okay, content creator. There you go. So you look at your will, man. You're a very good leader. Okay, maybe you're someone that loves the limelight. Okay, you could be actor, a teacher, or maybe an athlete. Okay, my darlings. Or you could be just exploring when it comes to maybe being a lawyer or a priest. Or look at more being philosophical. Okay, collective. Because you are an I am. Okay, you are an I am. We're exploring the soul of the self. You're looking at being a very good leader. You're very active at the moment. The soul of the self is very active because you're a very ambitious person. You're looking at maybe your competition, highlighting who your competitors are because you've got that courageous, magnetic, energetic feeling to maybe create. All right. Maybe you're looking, and exploring, researching when it comes to your own inner personal purpose. Maybe you're very happy when it comes to look at maybe an air sign person, or you're being very curious. All right. So now we're looking at maybe the page of swords, a very curious person. Maybe you're learning, being very studious when it comes to being a free spirit person. You know, like when you're like the active kid, like, yeah, I got a new project, man. I sort of feel so crazy idea, like that fire in the belly, like someone feels like a kid again. That's beautiful because you're meant to be like a kid. This is Earth School. You need to graduate from your flaws, and every time you graduate from your flaws, a beautiful magic happens for you. Invisible door opens for you. All right. So the more you research you, the soul of the self, all right, the more you expand your own soul, your own inner purpose, all right, and your own drive. So you're looking at maybe researching a creative idea. Maybe you're learning. As I can see, you're very, very grounded, making you feel grounded. Maybe you feel very safe because we're looking at the hand of God giving you a creative idea. So it's going to be very solid. You can feel very grounded. You feel very safe. Look at your security. Maybe you feel very passionate as you're doing your research, but be careful of your anger as you root to your crown chakra, all right? Because maybe you're looking at a pathway when it comes to decision, when it comes to Queen of Swords. Maybe you think about a very studious woman, all right? She's very like, she knows her needs, she knows her wants, all right? She'll cut you off because sometimes she doesn't have to punch in the face. Her words alone will cut you like a sword. But she's very loving when it comes to the soul of the self. Maybe someone's researching behind her back, okay? Maybe they want to do, I don't know, indecision. Maybe someone's indecision when it comes to the Two of Swords, because now we have Two of Swords on the table. Maybe somebody was in that energy of maybe taking time to compromise or making a massive decision when it comes to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she knows about relationships, she knows about life. She's very connected to God, all right? Because she could be a widower, but she's really for the hardship. All right, she's getting messages. She's got her balance. She's very balanced when it comes to the heart. Okay, and the mind, a very analytical woman. Okay, she comes with the truth, nothing but the truth, and she'll cut you off. We're talking about the Queen of Swords. You could be thinking about a Queen of Swords, all right? A very self-assured woman, okay? When it comes to total honesty, a very total honest person. Okay, she doesn't have her head in the clouds. No, she doesn't. She cuts through all confusions when it comes to blocking people, when it comes to the lack of knowledge, or people not learning to maybe heal or be happy within themselves first. All right, you're looking at maybe she's inviting or she sees the truth when it comes to connection, because she has the connection between heaven and earth. When it comes to the energy of self-mastery, it comes from discernment. You look at control when it comes to divinity, when it comes to God's spiritual leader. You look at the crown chakra, maybe of the Queen of Swords. Maybe someone's researching her archive records, not allowed to do that. It's against spiritual law. So now you look at the Two of Cups. Maybe someone feels that spiritual connection with maybe a fire sign person when it comes to soulmate, God's Two of Cups. Maybe there was a split decision when it comes to maybe a Leo person. So now Aquarius person saw a difficult situation when it comes to maybe researching a Leo person, when it comes to a soulmate, when it comes to the soul of the self. Someone feels very powerful. Maybe as they're researching behind the Queen of Swords, they want to come in very reliable, maybe a fire sign person, maybe like an organization, look at priorities. Look at the slow man rides the donkey. Yeah, slow man ride the patient man's ride donkey. There you go. Because someone's illuminating opportunity. We're looking at spontaneous, looking at being very enthusiastic when it comes to the solar plex, when it comes to creating from your solar plex your special gifts. All right. Someone feels like they exposed their special gifts, but it took patience. All right. Now someone's looking coming in reliable. All right. Is it a facade? Use your intuition. All right, because you're looking at explosion, you're looking at happiness, joy, excitement. We're having awakening times. Maybe someone's exposing maybe an earth sign person when it comes to project, or a Leo person when it comes to research and being very curious or being a stalker. We're looking at a foundation that was built away from the intuition. So now the soul of the self has highlighted a foundation that was built maybe with a Sagittarius person, but this foundation was built on false ground. That means someone was not using their intuition at the time building this foundation. They thought it was reliable, this foundation. When it was a foundation, maybe an earth sign person and a fire sign person, maybe they were happy when they built this foundation, but the built foundation they built was bullshit. False ground, man. It's false. False is when the devil comes in and start making pure havoc. All right. So now maybe since someone's in that feeling, because now you've got a tower moment. A tower moment is unwanted changes. All right. So now someone's looking at ruining, disgrace, upheaval. Maybe an earth sign person, because someone's been highlighted about someone's ego going through a punishment. Okay. So now you're looking at someone was exaggerating when it comes to their credentials. So now you're looking at seeking. Somebody was seeking and being very exaggerated, very irresponsible, building a fake foundation. So now maybe someone's exploring a lawyer. So now you're looking at ruinings of someone's foundation when it comes to direct. Okay, when it comes to direct routine of someone building a foundation, and the more they build, the more it's highlighting that, boy, it's coming down. It's coming down. So now maybe someone's working on maybe monetary matters when it comes to a Queen of Swords behind her back. Maybe somebody wants to write a letter and say sorry, maybe, or someone's looking at learning behind the Queen of Swords when it comes to the crown chakra. That's become delays, obstacles. Maybe there is a pathway where someone feels like, right, a decision's been made, I've got clarity. Somebody didn't want to tell the truth. I didn't hear the truth. Somebody acknowledged the truth. Now I know the truth about maybe a Two of Pentacles. This about balancing choices, multiple tasks. Maybe someone feels weighed down when it comes to the routine with an earth sign person building a fake foundation. Maybe someone's learned about a foundation when it comes to an earth sign person. So now someone's rebuilding that foundation because now they feel there's more opportunities when it comes to maybe studying the Queen of Swords. Because someone feels like it's a soulmate person maybe. But with the Queen of Swords, she has boundaries. Very high boundaries. And these people behind this Queen of Swords has a lack of boundaries. Why? They're going for a muddled situation while their foundation is coming down. It comes to earthly matters. Right? Because now you're looking at someone being very passionate. We could be looking at love. Right? When it comes to a healer. Maybe somebody wants to send a letter. Maybe about inspiration. Healing. The God's Two of Cups. Maybe somebody wants to write to a Queen of Swords to heal a situation. Because now you look at inspiration. Maybe somebody was learning, being studious, learning about the Queen of Swords behind her back, a karmic copy, an earth sign person, and they were getting the pentacles. So now looking at choices, multiple tasks. Maybe something's weighing people down because they're not the real healer. So now you're looking at starseed. We're looking at an angel, all right? We're looking at maybe exposing material happiness when it comes to joy, outcome, success. Because now you're looking at renewal. Someone's bringing hope, maybe. Someone bring hope to an earth sign person to create a fake foundation behind their back. Now you have inner clarity. Someone feels like the Queen of Swords is a miracle. Because now we have faith. We have to have faith in God, not in someone else. Someone's looking at maybe the spotlight, being in the spotlight. That's the foundation of the Queen of Swords, all right? Because now we're looking at healing, love, harmony, balance. But it seems to be an energy of envy and bitterness when it comes to someone's heart chakra. Someone's looking at someone's heart chakra and is holding bitterness and envy because they don't, something they're not born with, and it's a heart. Because why? The heart is the seat of the soul. Because now someone's seeing someone is a very inspirational person. Maybe somebody wants to make an investment, or maybe somebody was investing into being a star, but they were learning it from a Queen of Swords. But somebody wants to heal with a Aquarius person, maybe a Taurus person, when it comes to investments, because it's a burden. It's a burden holding up the fake foundation with a wish, with a maybe a Cancer person. Because now you're looking at Sagittarius person. Maybe someone's into me, I seek direct conversation with a Queen of Swords. Maybe someone's looking at a lawyer or maybe a priest. Because now looking at exaggeration when it comes to maybe building a foundation with a Leo person. Someone's gone within and done introspection. Now look at a Virgo person. Into me, I work. Because someone would be very, very fussy and overcritical. Now someone's worrying about a very analytical woman that's very dedicated. Do you understand? And I look at someone's health conscious. When it comes to maybe a Virgo person, you could be a dentist, a doctor, or a writer, or a policeman. Someone's gone within and they looked at maybe this burden when it comes to the routine of an earth sign person, building a fake foundation, working, juggling, looking at choices when it comes to learning. So maybe they bring delays, obstacles when it comes to decisions, when it comes to Queen of Swords, when it comes to healing. Somebody wants to invest and be reliable to a Queen of Swords when it comes to God's Two of Cups. Maybe a Leo person wants to come in with recognition, resources. Because now you're looking at Ace of Pentacles. Someone's looking, maybe a team of people when it comes to collaboration with a Aquarius person. When it comes to maybe community, or maybe a Two of Cups. When it comes to twin flame energy, there seems to be messages going around. Someone's thinking about Queen of Pentacles, or someone feels like a Queen of Swords is a very good businesswoman, but they'll think about Queen of Pentacles, a third party person when it comes to their family, being very promiscuous in our people business. Now someone's thinking the Queen of Swords is a very good businesswoman, very grounded, very nurturing, very loving mother and businesswoman. Somebody wants to heal a situation when it comes to the ground shot of a Queen of Swords, when it comes to investments. Somebody wanted to invest, maybe, when it comes to her hard work. She's into self-mastery. But somebody went into a situation and maybe they want to put old investments away, heal old investments and focus on a new one. Because someone feels a Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, creating their own foundation. It's been an inspiration for a Taurus person, a Sagittarius person, or maybe a Virgo person when it comes to building a foundation with a Leo person, but was under false pretense. So now someone's looking at offering when it comes to what's on the other side of this coin. There's always two sides to a coin, like there's always two sides to a story. So now you're looking at 3 people in this situation, or you're looking at a team of people, collaboration when it comes to a solid pathway to a Queen of Swords. A healer, an inspiration. We're looking at maybe a 5-sign person, a Leo Sagittarius person. They want to invest in an earth angel, okay? But somebody was using earth angels for their pentacles for an investment. What you sow is what you reap. We're looking at the higher priestess, higher than the Pope. Okay, we're looking at the hidden feelings. Someone probably had hidden feelings when it comes to secrets, when it comes to maybe a damaged situation, a dangerous situation. Because now you're looking at someone who was very disconnected from their intuition. This is why the tower's coming down, all right? So now you look at the subconscious mind. You've got to use your intuition, all right? Because now you're looking at maybe someone doing some fast talking. Now you see a challenge ahead, okay? Maybe a Gemini person. But so now you're looking at maybe confusion, illusion. You're cutting through that by walking in love, talking in truth, and see your own inner personal growth when it comes to possibilities. There's lots of options for you, all right? Could be a fire sign person, because now you're looking at challenges, obstacles, delays when it comes to reliability with an earth sign person. So now you look at maybe reunions, came with a challenge, okay, came with obstacles. So now you've got 5 of swords. Very dysfunctional family, very dysfunctional. Maybe from an earth sign person comes to reliability for a Leo person. So you look at rivals, challenges, obstacles, all right? Because now you look at tensions are very high, because now you're looking at 5 of swords, 5 of wands. 5 of wands is not good in a home. It's not a home, it's not a house, it's a tent, all right? Somebody was relying on maybe a Leo person, looking at maybe a queen of swords behind their back as maybe tensions are high. No, someone's exposing anyway. When it comes to reliability for this home or community, is looking at a third-party person or a Leo person wants to reunite, looking, researching when it comes to Queen of Swords. Now, maybe he's blocking a Taurus person. The community is highlighting that he has to block a Taurus person. They're building a fake foundation when it comes to 5, 6. When it comes to donation, they're only around the Leo person for donations. Now you're looking at over gossip, overindulgence, malicious gossiping. That's just why within this community and this home is dysfunctional friends and family because of a foundation that was built on false ground. Somebody was stealing someone's private personal information, and they were working on this on a daily basis because they wanted to be a star. So now we're looking at inspiration. Somebody was inspiring an earth sign person when it comes to intellect and when it comes to image. So now we're looking at someone's looking and highlighting a third-party person building a fake foundation on maliciousness. So now we're looking at the mess of the rest when it comes to the nest of someone's home. It's not a home, it's not a house, it's a tent. So now there seems to be a flag, all right? There seems to be a red flag, and someone's ignoring their intuition, okay, when it comes to not paying attention to major changes coming, and which is a tower moment. They wasn't paying attention. They were doing too much events, too much celebration, too much party. Okay, so now you're looking at insight. Someone has an insight when it comes to their ships coming in. Somebody's watching, maybe, and Queen of Swords. All right, she has that hidden feeling. She knows. She knows. Someone's watching this higher priestess higher than a pope. So now maybe there was difficulties with a split decision. Because now you're looking at maybe family or friends support, bring difficulties, obstacles. You know what it is? It's like this house. It feels like there's only one star in this house. Only one star must be highlighted and celebrated. That's what it looks like in this reading right here. That one person must be celebrated on a routine basis because they're the one who's building a fake foundation on illusion. So now you're looking at maybe someone feels more connected spiritually to a spiritual leader, a Queen of Swords. So now we're looking at healing, love, harmony. We're looking at balancing, all right, when it comes to a split decision. Someone, a third-party person, is in envy and bitterness when it comes to someone's heart, being connected to maybe Aries, a Sagittarius person. Because now we're looking at a situation where a Queen of Swords was stabbed behind her back. We're looking at insight when it comes to entrapment, all right. Maybe someone was trapped in their thoughts when it comes to unrequited love. Because it went overboard immigration. A fire sign went immigrated with a third-party person. A third-party person was also seeing a romance with a water sign person. So now we just had a pickle. So now we're seeing 4 of Cups. Now someone feels that energy of no empathy within this home. Nobody wants to support anyone's feeling. Just one person that wants to be a star. Only one person can be a star in that home and community. So now looking at unfulfilled. The soul of the self is not fulfilled around this third-party person building a fake foundation, only events, networking. That's their happiness. Going around being a drunk or a cokehead. So now we're looking at someone's looking at this insight when it comes to an earth sign person, a Taurus, a Capricorn person. Now looking at the insight, someone's energy, someone's action, someone's intention. Somebody's waiting for their ships to come in, an earth sign person on a daily basis. Because they're looking for a personal transformation. They wanted to stay afloat, so they wanted a Queen of Swords to be stuck away from a fire sign person. Because they were doing events, party, and stabbing the Queen of Swords behind her back. Even though the Queen of Swords cannot see, they didn't want to tell her the truth. They didn't want to not acknowledge her truth. All right? And they didn't tell the truth. So now we're looking at a situation where someone's going spiritual prison, earth prison, or mental prison. All right, because what goes around comes around. All right, because you can't outsmart an intuitive person. This is where you're looking at immaturity. So we're looking at maybe 2 earth angels. Maybe someone feels like they miss opportunity with a Queen of Swords. Maybe they're stuck in thought when it comes to Queen of Swords, because they went into 4, 5, 6. They went into maybe their past with a past person that they felt more familiar with, a Taurus person, because they already invested in a Taurus person under an illusion at work when it comes to building a fake foundation. Okay, so now we're looking at thoughts. Even though the Queen of Swords, she might be stuck because nobody helped her when it comes to her own independent will to bring her own foundation. She used her intuition. And that's why they're all looking at her like, whoa, you did all that by yourself. And you've got this high-class prostitute with a gang of people and they're still a failure. That's a home trip. That's an ego crash for someone. Told you, in love. Ego crash. Someone had choices. It was either choices, okay, of lovers or a choice of a soulmate, and they went for lovers. They invested in lovers. Maybe someone's feeling like they're worried and anxiety because they want to choose maybe a Queen of Swords when it comes to love, when it comes to God's Two of Cups. Okay, somebody had choices when it comes to lovers and a Two of Cups. So now someone's looking at a lover, a Taurus person, when it comes to being temptation of the devil. So the angels are saying you have to pay attention, okay, to your intuition, because this seems to be a situation where someone needs to listen to their inner voice. You've got to pay attention to details when it comes to a lover, when they talk about the Two of Cups, because they're more or less looking for money. A Taurus person, a Taurus lover. So now you're looking at, there seems to be dysfunction when it comes to family and friends and the community. Now it's expanded from, you see when you've got problems, right? And you sweep it under the carpet. Do you know it becomes dust mites? Dust mites becomes a bug. And now it's a massive cockroach. You know, cockroaches don't leave, innit? Taurus like Capricorn person, when it comes to their family, when it comes to investment, reliability. All right, they were relying on maybe a Queen of Swords and a fire sign person to be in conflict. Why? Because they were celebrating with their happy times. It was happy for them. Why? Because they were making money from behind the Queen of Swords back. So now there's a foundation coming down now when it comes to the family of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person who acted like the Empress. Fake ass motherfucker. Genevieve Nadia. So now you're looking at a situation where you see in like inheritance. Somebody wants to leave a legacy, but they're looking at maybe a real estate, a mega project, okay? Or maybe someone's wealth when it comes to a fire sign person, when it comes to projects. They were looking for lucrative deals. So they was acting like a friend, all right, and a lover. But they wasn't looking for that when it comes to the earth sign family. They were relying on breaking down this masculine's foundation. And that's where karmic cycle comes in. Someone's on a karmic cycle because someone's looking for good fortune. Now there's going to be a turning point because somebody gambled their life away when it comes to looking at people's network and not looking at their own responsibilities when it comes to their own karmic cycles, all right? So now you're looking at a situation. Now this needs to be a turning point because someone's foundation is coming down, a Taurus or Capricorn person, for being dysfunctional when it comes to friends and family. The community is now looking at this. Why? Because the community has gone into more self-awareness. This is where these people, when it comes to going forward to be a star, if you're not connected to the community, they're not going to look at you. I'm telling you, yesterday I was on the treadmill and I was singing away, boy, minding my own business. And my mind said, look at the plants. The plant, I'm not joking, there was no wind, no nothing. The plant was fucking dancing. We're going for a new era. We're going through where you co-create with the universe. The universe is in you and outside of you. What you put in is what you have out inside of you. So people can do the blame game, do you understand? And blame everybody else that they do voodoo, whatever. But it's still down to your energy. It's still going back to the people, them's energy. Do you understand? So now this has been highlighted because they don't have no intuition. If you don't have intuition, how the fuck would you create lucrative deals, my friend? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So someone's lying, stealing, cheating for a wheel of fortune. Someone trying to turn a wheel of fortune. Someone trying to turn someone's destiny around. Because they've been looking at someone's money matters. All right? They want to hold on to like the Four of Pentacles, greed. They had that desire for long-term security, a Taurus family. So now we're looking at maybe there's a King of Pentacles, a businessman. Maybe he's looking at maybe juggling his choices, but he's looking at maybe transferring, or maybe he could be abroad thinking about this Queen of Swords, because he's looking her dead in the eye when it comes to maybe investing in this healer that was in an entrapment because of a lover, Taurus person. So now we're looking at someone that's very intuitive. A Queen of Swords, Aquarius person that is a healer. All right. We're looking at a free-spirited person that pours spirituality within themselves and pour it out to the community. Now we're looking at pouring and healing a project, okay, that went into conflict. It was a download from God. Earth sign people had no right to touch God's property. Now they're in trouble because they don't believe in God, innit? This is why they're in trouble. They're going to spiritual prison, earth prison, or mental prison. Someone needs to go heal themselves, man. A star Taurus person, a lover of a fire sign person in that house. Mental issues, man. Deep. You can't even use that as an excuse. I'm sorry. You can't. It's calculated. It was on purpose. Them and their family. So if you're going to say this person is mental issues, the whole of their fucking family is mental then. Whole of them is mental. Look at a Queen of Swords. Where it comes, told you, God. This is my God card. God has always guided me. This would look at her as a star, as an earth angel, as the higher priestess hiding the Pope. She's come to save souls. But instead of looking at saving their soul, what they want to do? Save their fucking pentacles. What is all about public image for a Taurus Capricorn family? Greed, man. Greed. 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 Just want to be famous. Go sit down, look at girl. Told you. Now you're looking at someone's in love with a Queen of Swords. Because she's balanced, man. She's with the King and Queen of Swords. There you go. You can't play with it. Now, maybe someone, the King of Cups, is looking, being stuck, thinking about the Queen of Swords, because he's thinking, I love her. When it comes to investments, a Taurus person. So maybe this Queen of Swords has highlighted that this King of Wands is just a King of Cups, is just a dirty buffoon. Or maybe a fire sign person. Feels more grounded, more mature. He wants to invest in a lover. Maybe a Queen of Swords. Or maybe this lover, King of Cups, and this Taurus, Sagittarius people, then, man. They need to go and figure out their own love cycle. It overshadowed the Two of Cups because of the King of Cups, Taurus person, Sagittarius person in their own love fucking triangle anyway. Looking at love and happiness when it comes to maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. Maybe it's King of Pentacles looking behind his King of Cups when it comes to maybe his own inspiration. Because he's stuck thinking about Queen of Swords. Because he's looking at investment when it comes to these messages of a lover or a fire sign person. He's bringing conflict with a Leo person and a Sagittarius person when it comes to inheritance, when it comes to leaving a legacy. Because now we see a situation, they're all clashing. It's high tensions in that home, boy. All about money. And it shouldn't be because she stole it, she took it. Why are people arguing? I wouldn't argue no karma. You're mad. Kick that bitch out. I ain't got time to argue with people. This is why they can't handle the Queen of Swords. Because one thing Queen of Swords does not handle is destruction at home. Because when you have dysfunction home, that means you're dysfunctional. Your neighbor's dysfunctional. Your community becomes... No, it's a domino effect. No, someone's holding on for greed. When it comes to Virgo person or Capricorn, Taurus person. It's all about greed. Their wheel of fortune. Holding on to this group of friends. All about greed with a Leo person. Now looking at a turning point. Because now looking at the wise man going within and highlighting this, maybe this burden with a Leo person. A conflict. Because now you're looking at the angels are coming. And this is when the devil comes in. The earth sign family. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Genevieve Nadja. And her people then. Demonic. They come into people's foundation and want it to be only them to be highlighted. No. This is when the 12 juries come in and they take down your name, your naughty name, and take it back to God. Now there's a conflict. Told you, earth angels. They're all coming in, man. Because remember, maybe they say you got, this is just my opinion, open mind. Say for instance they say you got 144,000 chosen ones, right? If you divide that by 12 juries, which is Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Libra, Leo, Gemini. 12 juries. What does that make? Divide it into 12. That's 12,000. All right. So maybe we're looking at 12,000 in each zodiac. Figure what I mean? Yeah. I hope I done my calculations right, man. I'm just doing it off head. Sorry, people. I'm not a calculator, by the way. I do make mistakes, my friend. So don't quote me on the maths, all right? But I think it's the earth angels. They're the chosen ones to come and clean up earth. I think they're the chosen ones. Because I feel like, because I keep seeing God's head come out the sky. God keeps talking to me. And I saw a whole load of people running like headless chickens saying, God is coming, God is coming, God is here, God is here. All sorts of different reactions, all right? Because I feel like with this situation, the earth sign people ignored when I came in. I said, whoa, God said I saved souls when I wrote to Adiwali, innit? Because I was told in my dream to tell him the truth. So I picked up what's going on in the future. That's mostly air signs for you. That's why they call futuristic people. So instead of these people being grateful and thinking, okay, they've picked up something we're not supposed to be doing, let me stop. Do you understand? Before we go into public humiliation. No, greed got in the way. Jealousy got in the way. Bitterness got in the way. Because I was told I must name my son with Adiwali. He is the greatest warrior of all time. So now, if I'm writing to you for 5 years telling you this, the earth sign people got no fucking respect. It's my son and me and my husband from our past life with many other earth angels been helping your ancestors over lifetimes, over lifetimes, over lifetimes. And that's your fucking gratitude. That's your fucking gratitude. That's why you're not coming forward. That's why you're going to be left behind. Unloved. Unloved, man. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn people, this insight, you're going to be left behind in spiritual. I saw spiritual prison, people. You don't want to go there, boy. It's not for the faint-hearted. I'm telling you, you don't want to go to spiritual prison. You don't. So now someone's looking at earth sign person when it comes to backstabbing, when it comes to balance, and you're meant to bring that balance, masculine and feminine energy in it. So they're them working on that. No, don't want to do that. Pure backstabbing when it comes to Gemini, or maybe it comes to the foundation of the Queen of Swords. She didn't want no one to look at the Queen of Swords. So they were going around gossiping. Now people are nervous. They've got tension because there's con. Do you know what I mean? Because they didn't realize. They hated that she's very articulate, very clever. Remember, this could only be one star, in this yard or this community. And it has to be a Taurus, fucking Capricorn person, or Virgo, Genevieve Nadja, or her family. No, go sit the fuck down. Who do you think you are? Who do you think, how dare you gossip about someone that's coming in to help people heal? That's wrong. It's wrong. That's why you are stuck with this King of Cups. Backstabbing, man. Betrayal when it comes to their foundation. Earth sign family, man. So now maybe this King of Pentacles is this King of Cups. He's going for resignation. He wants to hold back investments from his King of Cups. And the Emperor, a fire sign, he has to hold back and be the pre-Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles. So he can't give out no more money to a King of Cups or a Taurus or a Sagittarius person. He can't do it no more. As he's going to get walked by his ancestors, either that or he just keeps getting beaten up by his ancestors. I saw my ancestors' foot, yeah. Listen, they're massive. They're massive. And if they want to keep playing with this masculine, I'm just going to sit here and keep telling my story anyway. I come to a fire sign person. So now we're looking at maybe King of Cups, or maybe someone wants to come in. Someone probably is in love with this Queen of Swords. Maybe someone wants to settle down with the Queen of Swords. So now you're looking at love and groundship, reliability. When it comes to a pathway with a fire sign person, maybe he's feeling hot. Maybe wants to send a letter. Maybe wants to take that pathway forward. He's got to hold back any budgets though. Anything to do with their projects, no more. No more money, no more. Yeah, because it's King of Cups, such a tourist person and a Taurus person. They've got their own triangle to deal with because they're lying, stealing, cheating, acting like friends. They're not friends, they're sneaking. It's like, what else can I take? What else can I take before I get caught? Then what else can I take? So they're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth when it comes to money, project ideas, acting like a lover, covering up God's two cup. All right, so now maybe someone's coming to ring that bell because now someone's thinking about earth angels, thinking about maybe Queen of Swords being the Empress. Remember, walking love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.